Alright folks, welcome back. Oh, I gotta swap Lillekanin's name one more time. The series is now tied up 1-1, and I don't know what to expect in Terraform. I pretty accurately predicted the first two games, but the thing about Terraform is this could actually go to one of those longer macro ones as well. We'll see how it plays out. He keeps all of his SVs in his own base to start off the game. In the top left, it's going to be the green Terran player, Lillekanin.
On the bottom right has the yellow Protoss. It's Theo.
So this is actually I've managed to solo cast 2 times where these guys have played back to back and all that. This is your first time seeing them play. What's your initial impression off the first couple games?
I mean, they're entertaining. They're not my favorite.
I think that's actually Lillekanin in a nutshell, to be honest. He always will give some entertaining games, but yeah, they're not always going to be your favorite games either.
Yeah. Yeah, last game I actually liked better than the first game. First game had, I guess, a lot of explosions, and it was an interesting science experiment, but...
I'm not gonna lie, I was also a little bit disappointed. It didn't look like the first 2 times we've seen that that particular way that has unfolded, but...
I just hate that. It's like when you show someone like a TV show, and they're not laughing, and you're like, okay, this episode was really funny, but like in general, this TV show's really good.
Okay, I know the anxiety you're talking about right now. What I really hate is when you're actually showing somebody something funny and a hilarious part comes on and you look over to see their reaction and they're fucking texting and you're just like, fuck you. Why am I wasting my time on you?
I try to show my friends Modern Family, and like these people have watched Arrested Development, which is also like the kind of similar problem. So I don't get why they did this. They just like didn't pay attention. So, like, Modern Family has a lot of, like, slight jokes, or, like, people like, you know,
physical humor, too. Like, you gotta see
physical humor.
Yeah, get that look, that really snide look at, like, one of the other characters.
Yeah, exactly. And they just weren't really paying attention, so, of course, they didn't laugh at anything. And I was like, you guys suck.
Yeah, I definitely know people like that. That's always unfortunate, too, because you want to just, like, you want to share what you like with them, and they're just, like, not doing it.
Yeah, we did like we used to do marathons of TV shows because you know we did it with Game of Thrones and we thought it was fun for the first season. Oh, Stargate, and then we were like, let's do like all the shows that we want to show each other. Well, like maybe one or two of them out of like the 8 that we did were like enjoyable for everyone, but each one of us had that time where we were showing a TV show that we really liked and like no one else cared, and it was just really boring. I don't suggest that plan. That's what I'm getting at.
It sounds good at first.
It does at first. But anyways, so this Adept got a little bit of scouting. It's using Widow Mine, so this Oracle should really be careful about going into the main base.
Really nice control to Lillekanin there too, not to lose anything. Not even the SCV building the command center. He pulled everything back. I mean, the thing about the Adept is it does hit hard, but it can't one-shot anything. So that was nicely done. As the Oracle will come across the map, I mean... We've already seen it out of Theo. He'll recognize, alright, I can't actually get in here, there's maybe that Widow Mine. So he'll start building things like the Stasis Wards and actually use the Oracle in more than, Revelations as well. He'll use the Oracle in more than just the one typical manner.
Yeah, he definitely should, anyways.
Ooh, this will be interesting. He's actually got a Widow Mine drop loaded up, so... he's not going to actually have that Widow Mine at home?
No, he's not. He never got any scouts, so he had no idea when Oracle was on the way, but it was a pretty common build.
This could be really bad. There's nothing to stop the Oracle.
Nothing except a good old-fashioned SCV pull. Even that doesn't really stop it.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to stop the Oracle is the amount of time it takes for its energy to dry up on killing all the SCVs. It's the Zap Brannigan strategy of just throwing bodies at the killbots.
Yeah. Well, the drop does commence, but like, what's an overcharge?
It's pretty good, I heard.
It, man.
Yeah, the Widow Mine gets an okay shot. This is really nothing too crazy, though. Just kind of hiding in the backside. If he wants to pick up, he'll have to deal with the Phoenix. He will lose all the Marines on the ground, and he will lose the medevac by the looks of it. He's had that second Widow Mine. Did it walk? It did walk over to the natural mineral line. So he's actually killed 6 workers. Quite a few worker kills, actually.
Oh no, the Oracle's coming back. Ah!
It actually doesn't have energy to Revelation, but the Observer pops.
Okay. Alright, there we go.
Everyone in chat is debating Arrested Development, by the way. We weren't talking about Arrested Development versus Modern Family, guys. They're 2 great shows. Arrested Development is the best fucking show, but they're 2 great shows.
I was comparing the fact that like you have to be watching and paying attention to get all the inside jokes, to get the camera stares, and you can't just like listen to it and hope to find each one hilarious. Anyways, so a quick third base from Theo. I like this response. I mean, you know they don't have good production. They went for a Widow Mine drop, which is harass-oriented, not, you know, building killing material. So you should be able to get away with the third. Oh, right on top of the Widow Mine. Oh, the Zealot takes it.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Lillekanin loses pretty much everything, and he didn't suffer major SCV losses. The Oracle was very quick to turn around and come home, so it's not the worst case for him. He's got the Cyclones out. He's moving towards Liberators. I'm actually not super worried for him. In most other scenarios, you're like, okay, the Protoss counterattack's just going to win this game. It won't even be close, but that's not the case at all. The Magfield Accelerator going to increase the damage of those Cyclones. Keep in mind, it pretty much almost strictly buffs the damage versus Armored more than anything else, but it still buffs the damage nonetheless.
Well, looks like Theo is predicting correctly that it's mech, but Lillekanin starts off with Liberators a lot quicker than the last time.
Oracle not going to get a bunch of free kills this time. In fact, already out of juice. Going to go down to the Cyclone as well.
Those scouts, that early Tech Lab, that early Liberator, Phoenix Scouts, no third base. I mean, this almost looks like Lillekanin's going for a push, like that Cyclone Liberator push.
That is
what he's doing.
It's a little bit funky because I'm not sure what timing for this. Almost gets the Phoenix. Liberators will destroy the ground. There's no Stalkers. There's no Sentries. Nothing he's going to even shoot up. It's primarily the Phoenix, and if those go down to the Cyclones, well, then the Liberators are going to have nothing to stop them in the sky.
That's a good point. A couple of sentries.
Well, actually, they put on overcharge when these pylons might do it.
That is silly.
He's actually,
the ground army is really being taken care of. Okay.
These Liberators hit such a bad spot.
Yeah, okay, well that just went really poorly. The Marines, now the scariest part, but they are still being taken down. The Immortals have no problem. Oh, one dies.
Gets that last shot off. So I'm gonna try and squeeze in some brownie points here. Got this guy in chat being really annoying. All like, Zombie Group, you know who you look like? Zombie Group, you know who you look like? Give me attention, give me attention. Zombie Group, you know who you look like?
The mirror.
My friend.
Ha!
Alright, a couple of SUVs getting pulled with this. I don't know, maybe repairs? I don't think repairs are that big of a deal, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say the problem is just that, well, for the Liberator, maybe it can actually get some good shots in, but those Immortals are going to tear through the Cyclones. So that's, I mean, I feel like they're almost hopeless unless they can really get a good kite.
I just want to stress, too, like, that fight for Lillekanin would have been so one-sidedly in his favor if he wasn't sieged up in range of those pylons. There's no reason for his Liberators to have been in defender mode where they were. But the Adepts are going to try and get on top of this army. Going to cancel and fall back. There's really, again, not a lot of anti-air. This one Phoenix, not a problem. Cyclones take care of it immediately. Liberator getting their shots off on the Immortals, triggering barrier right away. However, second Liberator might just be enough. Time Warp going to go down and try and catch these units, but the Cyclone's kiting pretty well through this. This is...
oh, the Cyclone's just picked up.
Yeah, but they're going to die the second they land. The Immortals are waiting for them. Was it proposed, or did the Cyclones already have their health buff, or nerfed? I don't recall.
Their health?
I think there was talk about them changing it. I don't remember if it was for a buff or a nerf.
I think it was a nerf. So the damage got buffed, their health got nerfed.
I was curious because, I mean, just watch how fast the Immortals dealt with them. I was kind of like, oh, well then. Awkward. The Liberator, though, once again, the biggest flaw to this thing is that it can't shoot up and down. It's shooting up or down, and unfortunately, those Phoenix have been making pretty quick work of it this game.
The only Terran air unit that can shoot both up and down is the battlecruiser.
False. The Wraith was also an option in Brood War.
Don't be a dick.
Okay. Like, I don't want to argue with Brood War. I love it so much. Alright, the Marines, unfortunately, Stim is so close to finishing, but it's not here for this fight. But the Liberators do get a pretty good siege. Not doing enough damage before going down, and I think Theo is just going to power through this. SCV's not getting any sort of pull-off. GG. Theo, ladies and gentlemen, will take the series.
It's an interesting push. I like to see the variation like that, but that game was over just because Theo had a third base, man. He was on 2.
All right, that was. It's depressing because I wish we could almost do like convince them to do like a take command. You know, go back to that point in that first engagement and see if that would have actually snowballed in the favor of Terran. But keep in mind, guys, when Terran players play mech, it's almost like a sub race, and it's very different than what you normally see for TVP. You're not going to see a lot of matches like that replicated again. So, congratulations to Theo as he advances on the brackets. He can now breathe a sigh of relief knowing that he's not going to have to play a bunch of ridiculous games following this. In fact, he's going to move on to fight against Cyril, and I actually think that might be worth catching if Bunny and Solo hasn't started, actually. I'm curious for Bunny's in Legacy.
Yeah. When did he get knocked out of WCS? In the finals, didn't he go to the finals?
Yeah, but I know for a small time he was taking a break because we kept asking him to play show matches and whatnot, and he wasn't really available.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in regards to the finals, I meant that he actually went to the final tournament, like he was like top 16, wasn't he? At least. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm messaging people.
I really don't remember the last season of WCS. The point is...
Well, I mean, it's not technically over yet, so...
Well, he's not in BlizzCon, so...
I know.
So it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. Point is, I was wondering how long he could have had the potential, but as Strickland said, he was taking a break, so it would have been casual at best anyways. Not to mention, like, some of these guys, they would play, for them, like, they were like, oh yeah, I played Legacy of the Void because I had nothing, like, to do, like, on a Monday, but that's it. But that Monday was, like, 4 weeks ago, and therefore, like, 8 patches ago. So, like, completely different games at different points. Bunny could have no idea what he's doing.
Maybe. Okay, so him and Solo have not played yet, so we're going to try and set that one up. We're going to go to an ad break.